Can you please grow up and stop the infighting and let's get something done?
If I ran my house the way the government is running the country, I would be in bankrupt.
Tick tock, we're less than 5 hours away from a U.S. government shutdown. You don't like it? There's something you can do. Contact the president. Contact your members of Congress and say, get to work and don't stop. Don't sleep. Don't eat until you reach an agreement, because if they don't reach an agreement quickly, an estimated 800,000 federal employees will not be paid. But you know what? Guess who's still going to get their paychecks? Oh, yeah, you guessed it. The people responsible for this mess.
In my opinion, the government has been wasting money for years. And if they got to shut something down, first off, I think the politicians should lose their money first before all this other stuff gets shut down.
That's right. President Obama will still get his $400,000 a year salary. The House Speaker will still get his $200,000 a year. And the rest of the U.S. Senate and members of Congress will keep cashing their $174,000 a year paychecks. It's constitutionally guaranteed, straight out to the lion's den. Amy Holmes, anchor the hot list. Should the president and all members of both houses forfeit their pay for the duration of this crisis? I say yes.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you that if other federal employees have to forfeit their pay and wait to be reimbursed when this whole thing is over, certainly the politicians who are, involved in this tussle should have to follow the same standards. But I do want to report to our viewers, after we were talking about the veterans and their benefits, that was very concerning to me. So I did a little quick research during the break. And the Veterans Administration is funded till the end of the month. Veterans will get their benefits through the end of the month during a government shutdown. But it certainly can't last any longer than that.
But hold on. I do a lot
and that's reported by CNN.
Quite a few segments every week with veterans organizations, and I talk to IAVA, Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. Yes, they'll get their benefits. They may get their salary, but the biggest concern that veterans have right now, Iraq and Afghanistan veterans especially, is getting their claims heard and getting someone at the VA on the phone. The biggest issue is the backlog at the VA.
Absolutely.
When the government shuts down, and you agree with me on that, Amy,
well, when the government shuts down,
those people in the VA will not be working. They will not be answering those phones. Those claims will not be addressed, and that will just increase the biggest problem that veterans have. So
well,
make no mistake.
You know as well as I do that General Shinseki has not been on top of that. That's been a problem for many years now.
But it's improving. It's improving. Shutting the government down will hurt veterans who need health care right now.
Well, I say the one group that must be protected at all costs. People have taken bullets and grenades. On behalf of our government, Danielle Belton, let's talk very briefly about, oh my gosh, U.S. government going to run out of cash October 17th. So if this crisis goes till then, we've got a double whammy that could really rattle the markets.
That's why this is just so devastating. It's just like they're playing these political games with something as important as our economy. I mean, we've barely recovered. We still have high unemployment in certain communities. The fact that they're just willing just to go ahead and just toss it up and just let things happen as will because they can't have their particular way regarding the Affordable Care Act is emotionally devastating for me. Like, I can't believe that you just have.
Let me say this. I do not like the old games. Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative. Let's move past that. I think it was Mark Zuckerberg who said, let's talk about information-based opinions. I mean, really, we've got to reconfigure things. These same old brinkmanship games, shutting down the government's happened 17 times before. We have to move to the next level. Get smart. There's many other ways to improve the government.